Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Margarita and today I'm here to bring you my April TBR. Before we get into it, I would like to apologize in advance if you hear any screaming children or cars revving or any sort of neighborhood noise in the background. This is the first beautiful day that we've had all year, so all my windows are open and I'm not going to close them because tomorrow it's not supposed to be as nice. So we're just gonna deal with it. Sorry in advance, it is what it is. So April is going to be a little bit different for TBR because I'm going to be participating in the O.W.L.s readathon, which is a month-long readathon hosted by Book Roast, and basically you're trying to pass your O.W.L.s. And I have the little letter here with the classes and the challenges, and I'm just really pumped. I'm not trying to follow any careers. She did put together a pamphlet booklet type thing where it tells you what career and what O.W.L.s and newts you have to pass. I'm not gonna get that involved this round. However, if there were a career that I wanted to have in the wizarding world, it would definitely be something to do with animals, so like the care of magical creatures, because I love animals. That's what I wanted to do in the human world, the muggle world, and I am who I am. I love animals. So that's gonna be the only real subject that I try to pass. But other than that, I'm just gonna see how many books I can read and how many of these books fill these challenges and see whether or not I get, let's see. So you will achieve an acceptable after 2 past exams and exceed expectations with 6 past exams and an outstanding by passing 9 exams. So I want to see if I can, maybe get an outstanding. That would be pretty cool because I would also be an overachiever if I were at Hogwarts, let's be honest. So without further ado, let's just get into the classes and the challenges, shall we? So the first class is Ancient Runes, and for that you have to read a retelling. As many of you might know, I love retelling, so this was not hard to find a book to fill. It was actually hard to pick a book because there were so many options, but I settled on The Beast's Heart by Leaf Shallcross. I believe that's how you pronounce the name. I'm not 100% sure. But this is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and from the title and what I understand, it's going to focus more on the Beast than on Beauty, which I'm all for. Like, let's hear his story more in depth and differences in that. So hopefully I will really enjoy that. We shall see. The next class is Arithmancy, and that is a work written by more than one author. And for that, I chose Things We Haven't Said, edited by Erin Moulton. And this is a book about sexual violence survivors speaking out. And basically this follows, or these are the stories of people who were sexually abused as children, so between the ages of 4 and 19. And how that has affected their lives, where they are in life now, how they're coping with things and that kind of stuff. And I'm really enjoying it because every person decides how they want to tell their story. I've only read 2 so far. Like, one of them is a letter to the person who abused her, another one is a poem, and then after however they decide to tell their story, the editor, Erin Moulton, sits down with them and asks them a couple questions that's included in the book. Like, if you had advice for someone going through what you're going through, stuff like that. And it's just really interesting. I'm enjoying it as much as you can enjoy something like that. The next class is Astronomy, and that is a book with star in the title. This is the only class that I don't have a book picked out for. What I'm gonna do is I'll just go on Libby or go to my library or something and pick something up, because none of the books on my bookshelves, like over 300 books, none of them have the word star in it. Don't ask me how that happened. I don't know, but here we are. The next class is Care of Magical Creatures, and for that it's to read a book with a land animal on the cover. And for that, I also have lots of books that have land animals on the cover, actually any kind of animal on the cover. So I decided to try and read the one that I've had the longest, but if for some reason I don't enjoy this book, I have plenty of others to pick from. And that is Vixen by Rosie Garland. I don't know what this is about. I assume a fox, but I could also be completely wrong. And I'm excited. Oh, it's set in Devon 1349. That sounds like a good time. So hopefully I will enjoy that. The next class is Charms, and that is to read an adult work. And for that, I picked One of Us, The Story of a Massacre in Norway and Its Aftermath by Asni Sierstad. I can't pronounce that name. Let's not pretend that I can. But I bought this a little while ago and I have been looking at it ever since. And I just really want to read it this month, so I made it fit for a challenge, and I figured this would be the perfect challenge for it. This is a nonfiction about the bomb that was detonated outside Norwegian Prime Minister's office in Oslo, July 22nd, 2011. And it just talks about that massacre. I'm excited. I'm excited to read from a perspective that is not, you know, an American massacre, because how many of those have we had? Too many. That's getting off topic, but forget I said anything. The next class is Defense Against the Dark Arts, and that is to read a book that starts with the letter R. And for that, I chose Roses and Rot by Kat Howard. This is a story about two sisters. I believe it has a gothic feeling to it. One of the sisters hated their mom, and I don't know about the other one. So I don't know. I'm excited to read it, see what I think. I think it's going to be kind of a darker story, which I'm all for. Bring it on. The next class is Divination. So that is a book that is set in the future. And for that, I chose Children of the New World. And these are stories by Alexander Weinstein. And this is set in the near future world. Social media implants memory manufacturers, dangerously immersive virtual reality games, and frightening intuitive robots. So it's going to be about a world about that kind of stuff. So, and it's pretty short, so I figured I might as well give myself a relatively short book for this readathon, because holy crap, there's some chunkers. The next class is Herbology, and that is a plant on the cover. And for that, I chose Some Kind of Happiness by Claire Legrand. And this, I believe, is a middle grade book because it says ages 8 through 12. But I'm still excited. It has a forest on the cover, and this cover is so beautiful. And it's about this little girl's, Finley's, oh God, I hope it's a girl, yeah. Finley's, ooh, I'm sorry about that. Her family, and you know, I think she wants to run away and she goes to a forest kingdom. I don't really know, but I'm excited to read this, and since it is a children's book, a middle grade book, hopefully it'll be a pretty quick read. The next challenge is History of Magic, a book published at least 10 years ago. And for that, I'm picking His Majesty's Dragons by Naomi Novik. This is the first book in the Temeraire series. And I have the first, I think, 3 books in this series. And I've been eyeing this series also. I've heard wonderful things. This is basically the Napoleonic Wars, but with dragons. Does that not sound fabulous? So yeah, I think this is the perfect time to pick this book up. Why the heck not? The next class is, let's see, Muggle Studies, and that is a contemporary. We're almost done. And for that, I chose Hausfrau, I don't know, by Jill Alexander Esbaum, and this is about Anna Benz. She's an American in her late 30s. She lives with her Swiss husband Bruno, a banker, and their 3 young children in a postcard perfect suburban of Zurich. But things aren't really what they seem. So we'll see. I'm not sure if I'm going to like this, but I figured I would give it a shot for the readathon, and if not, there are other books that I have that have flowers on them. But I figured I would give that one a shot. Next is Potion, so that is the next ingredient, so a sequel. And for that, I have picked up Hidden Huntress by Danielle L. Jensen. This is the second book in the Birdsong. Is it the bird song? What the hell? I don't know the name of the series, but the first one is the bird song, I believe. Stolen Songbird. Stolen Songbird, which was a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and it's basically goblins and a human girl, and the prince and her fall in love, obviously. So this is the second book. I'm excited to see what happens. I wanted to read this one earlier in the year, but other things got prioritized, so hopefully I'll get to that this month. And last but not least is Transfiguration, a book with sprayed edges or a red cover. The only book that I have with sprayed edges is Six of Crows, which I've already read, so I figured I would try and read a book that I have not yet read, and for that I picked The Mime Order by Samantha Shannon. And this is the second book in the Bone Season trilogy. I wanted to read this last year. I never got around to it, but I really enjoyed the first book, so hopefully I will enjoy the second. So those are all of the books that I have to choose from for the month of April. I'm going to try and read as many as I possibly can. That being said, will I be able to read 12? Probably not. Will I try my hardest? You're darn right. So let me know in the comments down below if you're participating and you're also taking your O.W.L.s. If you've read any of these books, your thoughts and opinions on these books. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!